Hello, 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 and welcome back to the 3UP Moon live stream, everybody. It is Saturday, March 25th, 2023. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far and a good start to your weekend. I mean, I would consider this the start to the weekend, even though it's probably 8 or 9 for some people on the East Coast, 8 or 9 p.m. Hope you're all having a good one, and if you're watching live or on YouTube, thank you for popping in. Normally every single day from about 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific, I'm live on twitch.tv/3up_moon, and on Wednesdays and Thursdays I stream around 10 a.m. Pacific. All my streams get uploaded in full on YouTube, so if you can't catch me live for whatever reason, you can always go to my YouTube channel and watch the previous stream or catch up, or even check out some of the different themed playlists we have organized whenever you want. Today we're doing part 16 of our most recent roulette wheel as part of a series that we do called the Retro Roulette. So if you're new to the channel, basically I've curated a bunch of themed lists from Atari 2600 to N64 and PS1 and attach these lists to a roulette wheel, and anyone in the stream at any time for 420 moonstones can spin the wheel. When the wheel is spun, I have to play whatever game it lands on. And today the theme is dream-themed games, games all about perception, brain training, so puzzle games, games about the mind, essentially. And we're going to be continuing, actually playing level 6 in Klonoa 2, which was the game we played in the last part and at the end of yesterday's stream. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can go back and check out the first 5 levels of Klonoa 2 in part 15 of this series. But we do this with different themes, and it's one of my favorite series to do because, 1, I love the curation, 2, I love the idea of people spinning the wheel and then me kind of not necessarily being ready for what's next. There's some fun. Go back already. So the game we're starting with today, Klonoa 2 Dream Champ Tournament on the Game Boy Advance. There are PS1 Klonoa games and PS2 Klonoa games that are quite fun. They're like 2.5D platformers. And Klonoa 1 and 2 on GBA are more like 2D platformers. I've been having a lot of fun with it. And we played a big variety of games yesterday, so you never know what we're going to play. We even played a little bit of Brainlord. Brainlord is a really cool action RPG by Enix. It was made before Square Soft ate Enix. Basically that's what happened, right? Squaresoft ate Enix. Welcome in to the stream, Stegosaurus McCartney. Welcome in, Mighty Collector. Hope you're doing well. And I also want to say thank you to Blade Quarter 35 for the recent 2 raids this week. I really appreciate the support. Saber544, Itorama, and Narcolepsy for the raids, as well as Jennifer Hollywood and OK2290, and Bad Rhymer for the recent follows. Thank you to Henny Blank and Directional Joy for the recent resubs, and Directional Joy for the recent gift subs. If you aren't a member of my Discord, you can go hang out there. And speaking of Discord, we just started our very first community-influenced stream a couple of days ago, and we attempted a Snorlax-only run of Pokemon Leaf Green. It's something we're going to be continuing with this week, and we're 3 badges in, but the idea is that we can only use Snorlax and try to beat the Elite Four. We're going to be doing more challenges like that in the future, so keep an eye out. And don't go away. From Dream Chump to Dream Champ up next. Hello, hello, Two-Tone. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Yes, we are doing some Klonoa on the Game Boy Advance. Klonoa 2. It kind of visually reminds me a little bit, like it's definitely taken cues from Yoshi's Island in terms of the overworld design, like overworld map. And the fact that, you know, you gotta collect the Sunstone, collect all the different crystals, collect the Klonoa token. And something else. There's a bunch of things you need to collect to 100% it, for example. I'm not necessarily trying to, but recently, a couple weeks ago, we just 103%ed Donkey Kong Country 3, and I had a blast. It was really fun. But basically, sorry, I'm just transitioning from work mode to stream mode, and still also like eating in between my transition from work to stream, which is funny. What was I saying with collectathon bug? That was it. I think I'm bit by the collectathon bug. Like I haven't in a while really wanted to 100% a game, and after doing the Donkey Kong Country 3 one, I think I'm kind of down to do that again. And the next game I'll probably do that with will be Yoshi's Island. We've played it vanilla before multiple times. We've beat it vanilla on stream. So it's also fairly simple. You just need to get all the stars, all the red coins, and all the flowers in each level. Simple as that, and you've 100%ed it. So I think it's a good, like, kind of starter completionist game in a way. But yeah, this game definitely takes cues from that in its design. I also thought it was kind of cool that Klonoa's design includes a blue baseball cap that has Pac-Man on the baseball cap. But then I thought to myself, well, how stupid it would it be if they redesigned Samus in Metroid to have a baseball cap that has a Mario M on it? Because that's basically what they just did. Nintendo slapping another Nintendo character's logo on one of their characters that has nothing to do with the first character. If you think about it, like from a different game company's perspective, that's like making the Monkey Balls in Super Monkey Ball all wear baseball caps, blue baseball caps that have Sonic logos on them. It's like, yeah, we get it, Sega. We understand. It's a funny choice. Also, I guess there's a little bit of similarity with Klonoa and Yoshi's Island because there's also a sort of a flutter jump. If you were watching last time or yesterday's stream, there's a bit of a flutter jump, which is kind of similar to the flutter kick in Yoshi's Island. This is music from Columns, which was a game I used to own on Sega Genesis and play the hell out of. Really fun puzzle game. Columns 2, I think, was the one. I am here. How's it going? Let's go. You can see the game. You can hear the game. You can hear me, but you cannot see me. Let's make sure these Meowths are situated where they need to be. Shut your Meowth. You shut your Meowth right up. Alright, this is it. This is Klonoa 2. As you can see, very Yoshi's Island in terms of its, 3D wraparound overworld, which I think is pretty cool. You can also see that, we've got rankings, different rankings for each stage, but we've got 30 out of 30 gems, we've got the Sunstone in every level, and we got the Klonoa token in every level. We've got 11 lives at the moment. We didn't get the 50 gems here because it's sort of like a little bit of a mini game. And you know what? Let's do it. Let's just dive in to the mini game. The Sonic as fuck special stage. It's very much inspired by the Sonic special stages. With Super Mario RPG inspired music. Oh, no. I want to be able to get all 50 gems here. Okay. Oh, no. There's only one way. Okay, hold on, my friends. There we go. Grab it. This is certainly not representative of what the main levels are like. Just like, you know, getting all the blue spheres is nothing like what the main Sonic levels are like as well. Oh, so close. Sure. No. And they throw these guys, these wheelie beelies. Get out of here. We didn't get the Sunstone yet, but we got that. That's fine. So we did this run already, and we just got the tokens, but we did not get the Sunstone. So it's nice that we got that this time. Yes. There we go, there's all 50. Perfect. 50 out of 50 Dreamstones, 0 retries, and 2 damage. Well, it doesn't know how many save states I did, but... sounds like I'm sitting in a French cafe. Inside of a French cafe. I believe we did clear Vision 5. Yes, we did. There we go. This is more what the levels are like. There's some aspects of the graphics here that remind me a lot of Celeste. but obviously Celeste came out after this. There's just similarities. I say something reminding me of something that's not really about the chronological order, just that they're related in some way. Like especially just the grass, and also Windswept is this really cool upcoming 2D platformer. I don't know if you haven't heard of it. I've posted about it in Discord a couple of times and on Twitter. But look it up on Steam. It's really cool. You play as a duck and a turtle, and it's a game that kind of like the environments look like this, and Celeste. It kind of feels like a mix between Celeste and Donkey Kong Country, with a big focus on using two characters that feel different and swapping between them, and doing some pretty cool platforming maneuvers. I highly recommend checking it out. I think it's just in wishlist stages right now. And it's a very small team that's working on it. Big recommend. And there's a demo you can check out, I think, as well. I think, Daryl, that would be right up your alley. Interesting idea to have, instead of ducking, when you press down, you actually run towards the camera. When you press up, you run away from it. To me, that's kind of an odd control scheme. We got ourselves the Klonoa token. And there's the flutter jump I was talking about. That's very Yoshi's Island. Although it doesn't get you the same kind of height that Yoshi's does. Yo, it's Itorama. How's it going? I love this guy holding the trees, and the concept of them blowing up like this, like the blowing up each enemy with air every time you attack them, kind of reminds me of Dig Dug, like the classic arcade game. And I didn't look it up yesterday, but who made Dig Dug? That's what I want to know. Who dug the dig before the dig was dug? It's Namco. They have something about blowing up enemies or filling enemies with air. Oh, hey there. Hi. Falling asleep on us. Shweep, shwoop, shweep. Wake up. Ooh, wake up! It's just like the enemy's very happy, right? With his two little trees. His two little tree shakers. But then you pick him up and he's still happy. They're just tiny trees. There's a good example to live by. This thing too. He doesn't even care. Did I complete all of Mario Picross? Why do you ask? I didn't actually. I only did a few of the Wario stages and a few of the Mario stages for Mario Day. Ahee! Wahoo! What do you want, Omochao? I mean, clearly this is Omochao. It's the exact same thing as Omochao in the Sonic games. Chipple's message. Klonoa, are you coming? I'll do my best to see you at the goal. Oh, you were just doing a couple levels in Mario Picross and you hit a tough one. Mario 4H is a tricky one. So the Wario one's different. It's not. I feel like the difficulty. It's not the same kind of difficulty that you run into when you're in Wario mode. Because Wario mode, I think, doesn't tell you if you did anything wrong, or if you made any mistakes in the puzzle. It's not going to indicate it, and it doesn't have a time limit. I think it's a bit different. But no, I didn't get to. I didn't get that far. I can't get up there, can I? Oh no, I can. I can do this. Oh no, I can't. Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, I want this here because that's my way back. Yeah, you can actually do some pretty cool maneuvers once you get used to the controls in this. No! Well, that sucks. I feel like speedrunners in this are probably pulling off some pretty cool maneuvers as well. Hey, I'll bring you with me, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. Nagagaga. Moves and boxes can be carried into the next room. Yeah, I figured that one out. But then I still died. That's funny. Now that is good video games. Mr. Namco, you make good video games. I try to be a good video game player for games, but it just doesn't seem to work out. Wait, did you say you wanted to be a good video game player for games? Yes. I did. I did. Ooh. Oh, you son of a box. There we go. The flower pot with the moo sign is too heavy to lift, but you can push it. No pushing sprite at all, though. Didn't even bother. We'll make pushing a main mechanic, but we won't bother giving him a sprite. Doesn't need an animation. Like, so when I mentioned that the games like Windswept kind of look like this reminds me of Celeste. Both Celeste and the upcoming platformer Windswept look way better than this. Comparatively. There's just similarities. Okay, why not try planting it? Interesting. Why don't you do it? Eh? Ah. Nope. The throwing mechanic is a little bit janky. That's how you push things. Run straight into them. I mean, that's how I moved all my furniture in my apartment. Can you imagine? Well, I just gotta move this painting. It's a little crooked on the wall. You just start running into the wall until the painting moves. Oh, son of a... It's gotta be frustrating to watch. I can figure it out. One day. One day I'll figure it out. Maybe. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Now that is hit detection. Look at that platform. Beautiful. Mwah. Mwah. That is the ultimate ledge grab. Is that 2 or 3 pixels? Oh yeah, take your time. Pull a full Wile E. Coyote before you realize that you're gonna fall. It's a full 3 pixels? Potentially 4 pixels of empty space from where the actual foot of the sprite touches. It's just very obvious where the box is. Okay, ready? I'm gonna tap really lightly to the left. Yep. Oh. Oh my god. That's amazing. That's even better. Oh, wow. If that's not hand holding, ledge holding, I don't know. I don't know what is. Oh, that's funny. Interesting. Oh. We did it. There we go. Nice. Nice. Just making sure my controller is all plugged in and charged. Now, I've played other games that are, I guess you could say, are like more obscure 2D platformers like Aero the Acrobat and Aero the Acrobat 2, which I think are developed by Sunsoft on the Genesis and Super Nintendo. And then, of course, you have these games as well. I even played some pretty obscure, almost like board game / 2D platformer crossover games, and one of them specifically being a Flintstones one on the Super Nintendo, Treasure of Sierra Mad Rock. Here's a good question of the day. What are some of your favorite obscure, more like, I guess, lesser known 2D platformers? And it could be on DS, it could be on 3DS. Let me know. Exactly. What are some of your favorite obscure 2D patootie platformers? 2D. The ones that toot. Not to toot their own horn. Welcome in, Zombie Paper. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I actually kind of really like aspects of Aero the Acrobat games, but not all aspects of those games. I'm trying to think of a few. Dr. Franken is one that I've played before, which is quite difficult, but you play as like a sort of Hawaii Five-0 version of the Frankenstein's monster. And what's another one that like stands out? Because we played a few, and having like come across Time Zone yesterday, which we ended up beating, which is a really cool NES 2D platformer. I'm just curious about what some of your favorites are. Okay, this stage is going to move ahead on its own. Be careful not to fall. Got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. I am not a fan of auto-scrollers. Uh-oh. Ha 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 hee. Nope. We have to do this perfect. was a lot shorter than I thought. Wow, Level. You looked a lot taller in your profile picture. Well, I mean longer. Death. What's your favorite 2? That's all I can read. What is your favorite 2? Well, not Too Fast, Too Furious is pretty good. Super Mario Bros. 2 is pretty good. Nosferatu, also a good 2. Back to the Future is quite good as well. That was close. Oh shit. How do you do that all in one go? Like efficiently. What is your favorite 2? Your least favorite is 2-Up Moon, because it's just not quite enough. Ooh, Castlevania or Metroid 2? I think I'll vote for that. That's gotta be mine. Is Quest 64 a sequel? It's the sequel to our hearts. Sequel to people's butts. Any of the Super Mario Brothers is your favorite 2? I'm just gonna be biased and say Mario 3 every time. Yeah, okay, so it is possible to do. Oh, wow. I don't even know what that is, but I'll take it. I'll get in. Just willingly become ammo. What's your favorite 2D platform? I like that. Even better than platformer. Okay. That was not easy. How about this? How about that? Yep. Next poll should be, what's your favorite 2D platform? A table, a shelf, a bed, a plate for food. Go 64. Alright, how about four-dimensional platforms? Let's move forward, folks. There's actually a Discord I belong to, and basically the development of a game I'm following called 4D Miner, and it's kind of like a crafting game that's very, very, very similar to Minecraft, but it's four-dimensional, and you can actually use your mouse's scroll wheel to explore the fourth dimension. Check out the devlogs of 4D Miner, it's really cool. There's a lot of really interesting concepts going on, and there's people who even mod it as well. And I think they're just in the process of trying to add some multiplayer support. Maybe we gotta go around. Perhaps we gotta go around. Whoa. Whoa. Zen forward is the only way. Haha, try to cheese it. Ain't no cheese happening here. Ain't nobody's experiencing that dream cheese. ever had a cheese dream before? Not where you dream about cheese, but you had so much cheese one night that you go into almost like a psychedelic fever dream experience when you sleep. It's a thing. Talking about cheese dreams. Talking about those cheese dreams. Talking about those cheese dreams. Cheese dreams. Cheese dreams. There's a boss named Balboa in the western jungle. He might be waiting at the end of the jungle, or he might not. Balboa. Rocky, is that you? We gotta fight Rocky, and we don't have any boxing gloves. We're not prepared. Also can't tell what Klonoa is. Are we a rabbit? Yes. Yeah, I guess that is the way. Oh, but how? Wait, what? That's it. That's it. Klonoa, sometimes referred to as Klonoa of the Wind, is an anthropomorphic humanoid long-eared cat. Oh no, a long-eared cat-like creature who is the main protagonist in the Klonoa franchise. Interesting. You put that into an AI, you're going to get some weird, like if you just said anthropomorphic humanoid long-eared cat-like creature who's the main protagonist in their own franchise in the AI, that would be some dangerous text to image generation. What's your favorite 2D platform? I'm gonna say, you know what? I would say food, but also bed is pretty good too. I mean, how can you say no to bed, right? Maybe even table is pretty decent. I think probably table is gonna be the one that wins this one. And 69% of the people who have voted for table, so. We have 3 more that we're missing. Oh, watch out there. Got them all. Wait, we just did this. Final qualifier. It's a racing game all of a sudden. The jungle boss is ahead. He'll freeze if you hit him with a moo. Don't let the boss catch you and go for the goal. Cutscene time. Cutscene time. Looks like Meta Knight. Looks like this is the final checkpoint. Okay, I'm off. And we got ourselves a final poll count. It's an equal 15 and 15 votes for both Table and Plate for Food as favorite 2D platform. Table and Plate for Food, everyone's favorite platform. Now we're talking 2D. We're talking 2D platforms, so those are drawings of tables and drawings of plates for food. We're not talking about anything else. Also, you know what? I usually have a pet peeve about when they just take a boss sprite, or to make a boss sprite, they just take an enemy sprite and make it bigger. But I feel like it works here. Like, do you see how the pixel size here is different than the pixel size here? That's a huge pet peeve for me. When there's consistency, I think that the artwork looks like spot on in pixel art. But you know what? I could forgive it. It looks kind of cool in context. And it's just this rolling enemy. Now there is not a run button in this. We're supposed to throw it backwards. There's no run button, so there's just one speed you can go at. No double tap forward dash. What? I still have to get stuff? Are you kidding me? Give me a break. I still have to collect stuff in each level. Ah. Oh, fight me. Ha 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 ha. Hee 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 hee. Hoo 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 hoo. Ha 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 ha. Dibby 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 dibby. Biddy 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 biddy. Wow. Nope. Oh. Okay, if we don't need health, I don't think we actually need to get that heart. Whoa. But we do need to get these gems. Oh, you just... no. So dumb. Wow. Wait a minute. We better not be missing something by going this way. Hold on. What? Okay, that's just nonsense. Yeah, there was something we needed. I get it, I get it. Oh. Fuck you. Just the amount of precision that it's asking from me is pretty friggin' ridiculous. Oh, that's why. Because it can't respawn. Oh, come on. It doesn't count if you're off screen. I gotcha. Oh, fuck off. Oh. You missed one gem. That's just nonsense. I don't even care about... So that's the thing about 100% completing a game. Not that I'm trying to here. But I don't even care about it anymore because there's always going to be like one section where it's like, is it really worth me getting all these little energy things? And it's like, that's why you have to just show your appreciation for YouTubers like the Completionist. People who have already lost their minds so you don't have to lose yours, you know what I mean? Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Oh, I take a sip of a drink and then I'm just gonna instantly die constantly. This is a challenge. Not playing the game, I mean drinking orange juice and trying to play the game at the same time. I really do not care about all the extra nonsense. Unless it's the key. Uh-oh. Oh, damn. Yes, we got him. Don't care. Yeah, just get me out of here, bud. Thank you. That was just the qualification for this tournament, which just follows the same tropes as Enter the Dragon and Mortal Kombat storyline. Oh, perfect. My apologies. Did not mean to kick my microphone there. Ooh, Directional Joy, welcome in. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. What are my impressions of Klonoa? Well, so far I've had a few things I've said already, like the design feels a bit weird. I don't know what it is. It's a cat-like, long-eared creature. However, Klonoa was wearing a hat with Pac-Man on it. That's kind of like making a new redesign for Samus or Link and giving him a hat that has a red M on it. To be like, hey, just so you know, Nintendo. It's like, hey, hello, Namco over here. But I enjoyed so far. I like the visuals in this. I've played a little bit of the 2.5D ones on PS1, but I've been enjoying the 2D ones so far. There's a couple of frustrating moments, like that last level. And you can tell it's very inspired, at least this game, by the goal of, like, you know, the whole collectathon 2D platformer goal that you similarly see in Yoshi's Island 2. There's a few things, and, you know, be inspired by stuff that works, and that's the right call, I think. So overall, enjoying it. And Two Tone 8, who might still be here, one of our VIPs of the channel, recently redid or like streamed the Klonoa remasters, and it was cool because they were actually streaming the original PlayStation game and then playing that level, and then streaming the remaster and playing the same level in the remaster. So they were kind of alternating, which you don't normally see in channels. So that was a neat approach. You imagine a Klonoa game made with Namco's history in mind, from a gameplay standpoint? Well, there's some different, there's some interesting references too. I didn't catch it right away, but the enemies, like blowing up the enemies, filling them with air, is very reminiscent of Dig Dug, and that's also a Namco game, which we looked up earlier in the stream. Rayman Origins bug flying style level, but referencing Galaga. Ooh, that could be kind of neat. Namco's got some pretty cool properties to work with, so. Boxing kangaroo trope. Looks like a character from Bomberman or something like that. Friends of yours, eh? Oh, we got our typical Shadow, Vegeta, Sasuke stand-in. The Northern Express. Please don't beat ice levels. Interesting. We got Lolo, the apprentice priestess. We got Zwiggle, the vampire, or Count Zwiggle, if you will. Diglo, the hired goon, hired thug. Gantz, the gold digger. Chipple, the boxer. Anamon, the bandit. Suiryu, the knight. Gomoroth, the fisherman. Klonoa, the adventurer. And Joka the clown. Because we do all live in a society after all, right? We have one extra. So does Klonoa, right? Well, no matter. More fun for us. Positive thinking. I admire that. Now would each pair of competitors please work your way through the specified visions in order. First is a warm-up. Make it through all the visions to progress to the final battle. The first contestant to finish the last vision is the winner. Interesting. Looks like a character right out of Super Mario RPG. I'm competing against you. Maybe you better just give up now and save yourself the embarrassment of a defeat. It's his ass right here, just in case you didn't see it. Ass right there. You just worry about yourself. Man, I do have to say this music is actually some of my favorite music on the Game Boy Advance. So if I was to look at the chat right now and someone was saying anything about the music, I mean, I'd be pretty upset and personally offended. I gotta say. Oh, I have not been here long, so maybe I just jumped in at a bad time. Is this OST this bad throughout the whole game thus far? Don't mean to sound harsh. Uh-oh. No, I'm kidding. I saw your message before I said anything. It's pretty bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Game Boy Advance sound chip and the way it's used in this, but I think that the music itself it feels like very derivative. Right? Like, this is not terrible, but it feels very derivative. Like, I feel like I've heard all of these arrangements before in other games, so it really just doesn't stand out. I mean, we're basically listening to a worse version of the Spider-Man 2 pizza theme right now. Oh, it's gonna give us air. This also sounds like the theme song to Caillou, or like some kids show. If you see any conductor moves, please be kind to them. They are my cute pets, haha. Wait, you just laughed. Does that mean they're not your pets? Block wind from below with a box. Anything heavy will do. Yeah, often in social scenarios where when I need to pass wind, I'll block it with a box. Like, I'll grab any empty box that's sitting around, like a cardboard box, and just use that to block the wind. It works like 99% of the time. I mean, people are always like, "Why do you have holding a box up to your butt?" That's kind of an awkward situation, but other than that, it's pretty successful most of the time. They look so cute. The enemies are stupid as hell, but they're still, the fact that they're still happy when they're blown up like a balloon is really funny to me. It just proves to you and shows you that there's nothing going on inside. Nothing going on up there. This is 3 out of 5 music. Yeah, there's elements that I'm digging, but then there's other elements that are not so hot. You mean no disrespect, even with your tame background in music, you recognize the pressure and talent in the craft. But like any art, criticism is inevitable. Oh, totally. No, I was totally kidding, by the way. I really do not a huge fan of this music. A lot of it doesn't, like I said, just doesn't stand out to me. Now, it is a completely different experience to play a Game Boy Advance game on the console rather than, and like not listen to headphones. Because you can't hear much. Really tiny speakers. Like, one thing that I always thought was interesting was when oh, how do we do this? When I was a kid playing Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, I never noticed that if you listen to the soundtrack long enough, at certain points in the loop, they actually introduce sound effects, like atmospheric sound effects, in the background of the music. So you'll hear like Pokemon roars, you'll hear like the sounds of birds, like stuff like that. And I never heard it because I never played it with headphones. Like, I didn't really play the game with earbuds. But as a kid, I just always played it out of the Game Boy Advance SP speaker. I had a modded one. Like I didn't have high quality headphones, and I've noticed that a lot of, like, even playing on the Switch, revisiting a lot of the Game Boy Advance games, but there's some things I noticed sound design wise that I just didn't notice the first time. But yeah, like, Kirby does this kind of style of music so much better. I thought you were going to say, if you listen to the Pokemon soundtrack in reverse, legend has it, you unlock the Mew at the truck. Playing Pokemon Yellow right now, oddly enough. Oh, nice. You've been listening to the music while playing, but you'll switch to game sound to check it out. Yeah. It's not bad. Pokemon Yellow, I mean, we're talking, if you're talking Gen 1, are you playing on the Switch or are you playing on 3DS? But if you're talking Gen 1, the music is not fantastic until, in my opinion, I think Gen 2 does it best. So, Silver, Gold, Silver, and Crystal have just better arrangements. But there's an interesting story. I mean, Junichi Masuda, one of the original members of Game Freak, who did all the sound design, is now, I think, the director of the Pokemon Company. But they worked their way from, like, composer and sound designer for, like, every game to that level, which is pretty cool. Oh no! I really like Pokemon Yellow though, because just the idea of introducing the Pikachu and tying it more into the TV show. I wasn't really a fan of the TV show as a kid, but I liked that it was trying to, like, change things up a little bit, and I love the idea of the special edition. I remember as a kid I was trying to get the Pikachu Special Edition Game Boy Color, but I couldn't get it. It was like a limited release thing. Oh, nice. So you played Red 5 years ago as a revisit, and now you're playing Pokemon Yellow on the 3DS for the first time. Very cool. So our recent community challenge is doing a Snorlax only run in Pokemon Leaf Green. So we started a couple days ago. We're 3 badges in, and I've never done like a solo Pokemon only run. But we can only use Snorlax, and I randomized some of the movesets and the trainer's Pokemon, but otherwise that is pretty much the same game, the OG game. I really recommend the Game Boy Advance ones. They're a lot of fun. They, especially after playing Yellow, I highly recommend checking those ones out. Maybe even like checking out Gold and Silver first, and then diving into Fire Red and Leaf Green. You remember watching the show with a friend, and he teared up during a particular Pikachu-specific episode. You're not teasing him; it just showed you how into it he was. Yeah, there was one where they did a couple fake outs where they were kind of faking it out, like Ash was just gonna trade Pikachu away, kind of thing. I mean, it's almost like they were tapping into the whole ET scene, right, where they're like about to take away ET. It's like this whole emotional sort of thing. Like, they were totally using that to manipulate the story, right? Or to manipulate the audience, to be honest. But yeah, who's your team right now on Pokemon Yellow? I'm always curious to know what people are playing. Obviously, you know, we're going to keep going with our Snorlax run. And I was mentioning earlier, Stegosaurus McCartney, one of our mods, was asking, does it mean you can only use one Snorlax, or can you catch more Snorlax? Well, we're not randomizing wild Pokemon, but because we're using the vanilla Pokemon, nothing's changing in that way. There are actually 2 potential Snorlax that we can find on the overworld. So we have our starter Snorlax right now, and potentially we can get up to 3, and take 3 Snorlax into the Elite Four. That's the goal. Exactly. ET and Iron Giant vibes, 100%. It's like not a parent that's being taken away, it's like a best friend. A best friend that's either a pet or like something not of this world. Similar. Like Pikachu, ET, and the Iron Giant. Now, to mix all 3 of those would be very weird. Pikachu plus ET plus the Iron Giant. That'd be strange. But yeah, the community challenge is pretty fun. I'm actually having a lot of fun with the Snorlax run, because I'm used to doing Nuzlocke challenges, which are hard mode challenges, but I'm used to doing them with like fully randomized versions of the game. So basically, we're minimally randomizing stuff, which is a little different. I haven't like played like a vanilla Pokemon game in a while. Nice. We'll let you know your lineup in a bit when you go in for a refill. You've been devouring water and 7-Up as you fight this sinus cold. Oof. That sucks. Uncomfortable. Oh, I see. We can do this. Nope. Oh. Silly. I like the design of this enemy. Oop, it's not an enemy. It's not an enemy! It is an enemy. It's just a useful enemy. Okay, we missed 3. We missed the sun. I know exactly what we missed, because we missed like the lower path in the previous room. So we missed the sunstone, and we missed 3 of the blue gems, but I don't care. I'm definitely not trying to 100% this. And of course, remember folks, this is a retro roulette stream. So just because we're playing this continuing from last time, this happened to be what we got at the end of the stream yesterday, doesn't mean that we won't eventually be playing something else, because anyone can spin the wheel, and when you do, we have to stop what we're doing and play a completely different game from our list of almost 700 games. They're all themed around dreams, or the mind, or perception. Lots of cool stuff. What's my take on Pokemon names? I enjoy them. I always name Pokemon different names. In fact, we have a name redeem for any RPG or Pokemon run that we're doing. So very often people will name our Pokemon. In fact, Zombie Paper, what did you name our Snorlax? You named our Snorlax Daygum, which is a reference to a series of characters that always generates when I share a link to my Discord. Daygum Fortune. It always spells out for some reason. As opposed to Night Gum. You can only chew this during the day. So that's the name of our Snorlax. At least our first one. But I leave it up to the chat usually. And because I do a lot of Nuzlocke runs, I think that's one of the rules, is to name your Pokemon so that you form they say, a tighter emotional bond. In the original Nuzlocke rules, at least that's where it's written. The stone tablets from whence the webcomic that to inspire the Nuzlocke challenge came from. I believe you can still access the original stone tablets at geocities.com/angelfire. .blogspot.com. Hold on, let me just quickly ask Jeeves that to make sure. You got creative with them when you were introduced to Pokemon, but you are currently just going through generic names, going back to it now. Yeah, I like it. I kind of just go off the cuff with whatever, like when I'm just playing alone, I just go off the cuff with whatever comes to mind first. Oh no! Soon enough, Pokemon are going to track our sleep patterns. How close can you get? Well, if you play Pokemon Go, don't they already do that? Look at this nonsense it's going to make us do. Like, get out of my face and go home, you know? Get out of my face and go home. Really? Oh, but then we still... God damn it. What a Dumbo game. What a Dumbo game. What a dum-dum game. Oh, you gotta be... You have gotta be pooping on my shoes about this. Get out of here. You know what I mean? Like when the level design is just making you do shit for the sake of doing shit. No thank you. Look, you have to actually do this. This is how dumb this is. You have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Oh, perfect. How are we gonna do this? You're currently at Cerulean City, feeling slightly underpowered to take on Misty. I feel super overpowered. Right now, we just beat Lieutenant Surge, but when I was taking on Misty, I felt super overpowered because we just had the one Pokemon, right? So it's really easy to ooh, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like when the solution is to jank out the way the game works, that's not really good game design. Like maybe rework this level. Just saying. But yeah, we were a bit overleveled because we just had the one Pokemon. But whenever I have a full team, I'm always trying to evenly distribute. Everyone's chance at battle, you know? Oh, you know what? This is what it wants me to do. I've totally screwed this up. This is dumb, 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 dumb. Okay, so now we do this. Jankness. No, we don't even need to do this jank. That's just my own head jank. It's like head cannon. That's just head jank. So dumb. Did you already do the whole thing with Bill north of Cerulean City and like fight all the trainers north before Misty showed up? Oh, look at this. Speaking of Pokemon, look at this Mew 3 reject over here in the top left. Try to give it psychic and electric powers. Double jump using a Mew 3, and you can jump really, really high. Really high. I've been hitting my microphone up, left, right, and center, you know? Hit the microphone. And I don't have to stream well. Nice. These little boosts. It's interesting, but it's not... For some reason, there's like a lack of satisfaction. I'm gonna get philosophical. I feel like you move before the camera does. There's like something about the speed... Yeah. The camera is kind of like delayed behind you, and that doesn't really work for me. I sound like such a turd. Whoop. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean by turd? Directional joy. Oh, we got ourselves a wheel spin. Okay, well let's hold on. Adorama, thank you for the wheel spin. Let's get some music going and we'll spin that wheel and see what game we're going to play next. See if we can adjust to the soundtrack here. Alright, it's gonna be an epic wheel spin. The first spin of the stream this Thanksgiving. With Jonathan O'Flanahan O'Hanahan O'Hennessy as George. Watch as one wheel spinner spins that wheel and teleports the audience directly from Dreamland into something else. Alright, we're spinning and it is landing on game number 81. 81, let's see what it's going to be. Let's see what it's going to be. Sorry, I'm getting some lag on my end. You'll notice that the meowths are glitching out a little bit. Something's happening. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, fight me. Someone spin the wheel. Someone spin the wheel. This is the worst transition and the perfect music to lead us into another game all about dreams. Folks, I'm on the edge of my seat. Are you on the edge of your seat? I'm not even going to say the name of the game. I'm just gonna load it up. And unfortunately, I know I wish. Praise the Lord, Superman 64 for everybody. No, that wouldn't be on the list. And oh, maybe the animal and creature themed retro roulette, because I guess because he's not a earthling, he's a creature. Does that count? No, of course that's in the sci-fi list, but no, not today. It's something different. We're staying on the Game Boy Advance though, so stick around. Help me, spin the wheel, spin the wheel. Oh, my controller seems to, for some reason, not be working. Thank you for the hydrate. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Oh, I don't filter the games based on quality. As you can tell. Help, help. Send help. Bring pancakes. Please bring pancakes. Help. Help me. This has become abruptly apparent. Was this not apparent before? Help. Hey, you know, there's a third game slot, so at least there's that. Quick, we're all not staying for long, don't worry. Sure. Platforming levels or songs? Alright. You know what? Directional Joy, you were talking about awful soundtracks. How much do you love Klonoa's soundtrack now? What? Why are we spinning like the Koopas in New Super Mario Brothers? It's like, well, the player isn't using, pressing any buttons because they don't want to play. I better like try and entice them to play by spinning around. Oh god. Look at how she runs. I'll get there. Collect all the musical dream notes. Please. How and why is no one spinning the wheel? Oh, now it's the Full House theme song. Everywhere you look, this game's a real big piece of shit. A real big piece of shit. She does run like a high school theater student. It's realistic. When you get caught by a teacher or janitor in this dream, you'll lose your hallway pass. When you've lost all your passes, you'll be sent to detention and need to retry again. This is what it would have been like if they made a Breakfast Club video game back in the day. Ever used stairs before? Press down to use stairs. What if the whole game was just this? Down. Up. Down. This is like Wii Fit, but for the Game Boy Advance. Up. Oh no, zombie paper. I looked this game up on speedrun.com. Walry has our back. Walray? I don't know who that is. I just immediately picture a walrus with sunglasses, with Ray-Ban sunglasses. And I like that. I'm in. Look, we're gonna move around just like we were in Brainlord. Do you know how to hack? Oh shit. Come on, computer whiz. Oh, what? It's like Mario Golf? We're in. We've hacked into the door's mainframe. It's a fucking door. Oh, yeah. Why are you late for class? There was this killer paper airplane outside, going for my ankles. It's a walrus with a crown. Exactly. Walray is 100% a walrus with a crown. Please, someone help me. You know what's even funnier is that I have like a guest coming over visiting, and they're gonna check out the stream space, and this is what they're gonna see me play. Comedic timing is brilliant. Yes, 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 but this is what the retro roulette is. And I'm gonna trust the chat, but they aren't gonna spin that wheel, and I'm gonna pretend that I'm Shakira for a second. Walgray is cool for doing any percent of this game. What's the speedrun time? I'm not even looking at the screen. Not only is it just a door, it's a door in a school. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, it's not like some secret base. We're not playing Kim Possible or some shit where it's like, oh, we've infiltrated some secret base and we need to like... Help me! Help! We're in. And apparently we're collecting music notes, like what is some Banjo-Kazooie bullshit. Oh no, you actually can't. This is like required for progression. Oh, 2 hours verified by Walgray. Okay, well thanks Walgray. That doesn't help me. It's neat that you can cancel spin redeems before you see them. Just messing around, we're all reveling in this. Let's do this again. What's funny is that I'm a drummer. So if I don't get the rhythm part down, then undrummer me. Oh. I've been undrummered. That's rough, rough, rough. Nope. No, Moondrummer just likes drummers. They're just a fan of The Who. Oh, I pressed the wrong button, that's why. I thought you were just supposed to press A this whole time. That's why I was losing. It literally says B right there, but that's how much I was paying attention. Nope. That is not me, that is not a person, that is not me, that may be someone else who's using the name. I've never speedran nothing in my life. I never speedrunned nothing. Hashtag speedrunt. Help me, someone. Oh no. Have you seen any microphones? I need them to practice for the state talent show. Please help me. Someone spin the wheel. Oh, dude. Narrowly avoiding the paper airplane. Who are you trying to impress here? No, I don't actually. I've never done a speedrun in my life. Never set up a username there either. Unless someone else set something up under my name, that's some BS. Oop. Oh, can I just try to get it in the basket? What the hell is my problem? What the hell do deep up beep boop beep boop boop. Playing basketball, playing basketball, playing basketball, playing basketball, playing basketball, playing basketball. I have lost all my brain cells 'cause this game is... Oh, there we go. We figured it out. I'm walking like a crab now. Excuse me, do you know where the washroom is? I really gotta go. Boing. Just ridiculous. This whole game. Now it's a game. We've actually done this in a few games where you just duck. Doing an all ducking run would be pretty funny in some games. Ooh, hey, you know what? New Troy photo unlocked. I think we've reached the pinnacle of the most of what we can get out of this game, so I believe that I'm gonna spin the wheel. I'm getting myself out of this. I got myself into it. I'm getting myself out of it. Was that question mark in for Dana? Oh my god. The fact you're paying that much attention is really funny to me. Let's play something else. Let's spin it, and it's gonna land on game number 47. This game did. Interesting. Alright. I'm going to play a game called Viewpoint on the Sega Genesis. Of course, Viewpoint, Mindset, very similar things. You can't see nothing through your eyes if it ain't plugged into your mind. You can quote me on that one. Going to the Genesis. We've been playing Game Boy Advance basically the whole stream so far, so we're going to jump to a totally different console. Stick around, it won't be long. Enjoy some music from Castle of Illusion, the newer remake of the Mickey Mouse platformer. Going back to our question of the day, what obscure 2D platformer do you like playing, or would you recommend? Obscure 2D platformer, you say? Horus. Yeah, we were doing a poll earlier and Horus was in there. I guess just like more, like I was saying, we were playing Klonoa earlier. I mean, it's not necessarily obscure, but it's a 2D platformer that was pretty decent. That isn't the most well known. But things like Arrow the Acrobat 2, heck, even Alfred Chicken on Super Nintendo is not that bad. There's a bunch of different versions of that game. They like went nuts on the marketing with that. But Alfred Chicken, because it's unique, it has a unique move set. The character feel is unique. You can do some interesting things with movement in that. It's kind of similar to how DuckTales is unique on NES. Horus the same way. It's got a completely unique style of gameplay, and the same with Celeste. If you call that a 2D platformer, it's jumping from platform to platform. Yes, Quest 64 won. And for some people that haven't played the Wario Land series, you could consider that an obscure 2D platformer. Time Zone, the NES game that we were playing yesterday, I would consider as well. It's fun because it has a unique feeling to the gameplay, and there's some really fun, unique things that are satisfying to pull off in that game in terms of maneuvers. Yes, Itorama Super Bonk, great game, excellent use of combination of power-ups as well. Really, really good ones. It appears you might have played this for one of our sci-fi retro roulette games, or retro roulette streams. So yes, Viewpoint. It is a isometric shoot 'em up. I'm into that. You can see me now. I am real. Also, the question of the day is always open to everyone, whether you're watching live on Twitch or afterwards on YouTube in your own time. Feel free to leave a comment. If you want to answer the question of the day in the Discord instead, in the Space Zone or the general chat or something like that, feel free. Just gotta time it with the music for sure. I'm in. It's car horn music. Let me know if it's too loud. So I feel like it is. I'm just gonna bring it down just a touch. Fire trumpets are on point. Two, three, four, hit it. It's like Funky Kong's theme. Whoa. Oh no! You let one of the bullets hit us. That sucks. They drop that beat, and then all the car horns and farts combine. They align. It's like getting all the Infinity Stones for the Infinity Gauntlet. It's ridiculous. Imagine this all erupted like you were in traffic on your way to work. And people just started honking, alternating, and then people all got out of their cars and just started jamming. Late for work. I'm probably gonna lose my job, but I'm late for work. But this jam is so good and it's worth it. It's all about your viewpoint, you know? Isn't that the start of La La Land? I think it probably is. That's funny. I must say the crunch of that enemies being destroyed is probably the most jarring thing. I must say, that sci-fi shmup enemy crunch dying sound effect from this 1994 Sega Genesis game, it just is not quite up to snuff. I wouldn't eat again. Wouldn't order here ever again. Too much crunch. You like the visuals even if an isometric shooter seems like a bad time. It's actually not that bad. I don't feel any I don't feel like it's any harder to avoid the bullets. And I don't feel anything about this game in the control area, like in the area of the controls. I don't think anything about the controls is bad, really, per se. What's this, a Mario Party minigame? Come on. That's weird. That's just strange design for this type of game. It's definitely not a bad idea, the idea of an isometric shoot 'em up. In fact, I would love to see an indie game that took this idea and kind of rolled with it in terms of inspiration. Ooh. See, you can't destroy that thing. Oh. Yes. So lucky. Now we're entering Domino Row. Someone already knocked all the dominoes over though. What the hell is this? Okay, this is kind of interesting. Oh, and we got flattened. Wow. This is very strange. It's Fall Guys, but a shooter. Fall ships. Fall Point. That's probably already a game. It said that this was 2-player, and the only way I can imagine that this is 2-player is if you're taking turns and passing the controller back and forth, because I don't know how you would find a room for 2 players on the screen here. Very curious as to what the multiplayer experience would be in this game. Oh, that's tough. I appreciate when someone tries to take a genre in a new direction. Whether it's successful or not. Because you never know who's gonna like see something you create and then feel like they've been given permission to do something or to try something different. Whether it's inspired by or by something you've done or something you haven't done in your piece of art. Like, for example, when someone's like, oh, I don't like Justin Bieber's music or something. But it inspires them to write music that's different than something that Justin Bieber would do. That's awesome. Oh, what? This whole time? This whole time we had a charge shot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. This is why you gotta try things, man. That's me talking to myself. You Dumbo brain bot. It's video games. There's all sorts of stuff you can do. It's not a newspaper. Come on. Go with the times, dinosaur. What are you, still running dinosaur.dll? Get out of here. Update your firmware. There's still a traffic jam going on. I'm surprised. Can we even do it? Oh, this is a port of an arcade game, and the arcade version looks and sounds great. What are you saying about this version? Are you trying to say this music does inspire you to get better at the game? It inspires me. Baby! So funny. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, I have to say, like, we've played some pretty ridiculous Sega Genesis games. We played some pretty ridiculous games, mid-90s, early 90s, that use, like, kind of like hip-hop music. But this one just, like, takes the cake for sure. Oh, man. This one really toasts the gnocchi, if you know what I mean. I'd love to try this multiplayer. Just because... how? Just because... explain to me how. Game. Very interesting. If you're looking for a strange multiplayer game to play with friends, try this one. Let's actually see if we can, what actually happens when we go. Player 1 ready, player 2 ready. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's the only way to do it. The only way you can do it is just take turns. It's like Mario style multiplayer. You think the people who made this game have played a Mega Man game before? Probably not. I've never heard of that blue feller in my life. I work at Sega. That there blue robot feller? I like Robot Feller X. Yeah, no. We're spinning the wheel. Robot Feller Battle Network 6 on the DS. On the 8DS, 8 screens. All motion controlled. And every level you require a lantern to see what you're doing. Let's see here. Oh, perfect. This is music from Robot Feller. Robot Feller X6. Spinning it and it's landing on game number 6. 13. Cool. What is 613 gonna be? There's a ton of different games on this list, so like the variety we've seen in the last 3 episodes of this specific wheel has been pretty wild. Cool, it is a Super Mario Bros. 1 hack. We played a Super Mario Bros. 1 hack yesterday called Mr. Sandman, where you played as the Sandman going through dreams, and it looked like it had some sort of mod to it where you could click through stuff. This one is called Dear My Memory. It's by Sinzan, so it's a Mario 1 hack, and we'll have that loaded up in just a sec. Stick around. Happy Saturday if you're just joining, and thanks again to everyone that's been hanging out. I hope you are having a good weekend so far. So this hack is from 2004, so you could consider this an early era ROM hack. I believe it's custom levels and also different custom graphics. And I can play Super Mario Bros. 1 all day, every day. It's such a good game. Such a good game. It's just like, it's a good comfort zone. There's a lot of cool hacks and a lot of cool challenges. I really like the 900 time challenge, which gives you 900 seconds to beat the whole game, like total. But it's actual seconds, I believe, not Super Mario Bros. 1 seconds, which move at quite a faster pace. Just like how different planets can have different gravity, apparently the Mushroom Kingdom has a different sense of time. Alright, here it is. This is Dear My Memory. Oh, who is that? Who are we playing as? Zenny. Our character name is Zenny. What the? Hold on. Okay. We shoot fireballs backwards out of our head. Did we, like, sustain a head injury or something? Oh? That kills us, right? Yep. I see. Okay. So we're stuck. So you don't want to jump on those blocks. Damn. I like that. Okay, I'm going to turn this down just a touch. But you don't want to jump on the death blocks because they're not insta-kills, but they basically freeze you. Also, the title screen said Pust Start. P-U-S-T Start. They said it, not me. Oh. Whoa, what are you supposed to do there? I am lost. Something happened to my memory. I think I knew where I was supposed to go, but not anymore. Oh no. That is rough. It's interesting that they changed some mechanics. Like, around this time, a lot of people were making hacks that were just basic graphic swaps. So there's a lot of things happening here that are a little different. Oh, what the? Okay, maybe we just have to... There we go. That's an enemy spawner. No, don't do that. This is a very interesting hack for the year that it came out. Nope. Clever girl. Clever girl. Yes, that is Firebrand. I see it now. Are you telling me? Okay, I trust you. the maneuvers that this game wants us to pull off. Oh, my memory. Dear, my memory. Oh no, is it not possible? You have to do it from the top. Okay, good. I didn't save at the wrong spot. Yes, please. All the other pipes were ce n'est pas un pipes, but that was... Oui, c'est vrai. C'est un pipe. Ooh. Avoid the hammer, brother. Oh, wow. That was rough. Folks, that was World 1-1. Great design, interesting changes. We had to kind of relearn how, because of the way the sprite works, this is small Mario, even though our sprite is tall. We actually still only our body is our sprite. So in terms of hit detection, if something hits our head, it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's an interesting usage of the OG Mario Brothers 1 game. In my opinion. Oh. Oh, what the? Yeah, there's like a lot of fake out moments, which are pretty interesting. Oh. Interesting. Yes. It was very weird the way that we were moving there. Clearly there were invisible vines that we were automatically attaching to in the background that were also probably black. Just like the background. Why is the end game music? Oh, it's just 2 levels? Did we beat it? Very strange. We may have beat it. That's it. You look up the official playthroughs and they're like 1 minute and 40 seconds. It's 2 levels. So our high score is 45,100, and that's where it's going to stay. So we beat Dear My Memory from 2004. We're going to spin the wheel. Of course. Post start to play. We're spinning it and it's landing on game number 100. Let's go. We're going to add Dear My Memory to our list of games in Discord. We've got a channel called Game List, which is just a list of every game that we beat on the stream. And 100. 100 is a game called... Oh, interesting. It is an NES game. It's a hack of the original Metroid called Metroid Brother Main. Oh my god, what is wrong with my main? Metroid Mother Brain Returns. That's all I was trying to read. Brother Main. New Metroid villain. Did you hear Brother Main's new mixtape? No. Metroid Mother Brain Returns on the NES, a ROM hack of the original first Metroid. Up next. Oh dear, my memory. You know what? We've actually played this one. Somewhat recently, I just realized. We played this one somewhat recently in our sci-fi and space-themed stream, so we actually have to spin that wheel. Again. And we're spinning it, and it's landing on game number 137. 137 is, The Legend of Zelda: Secrets of the Past. It's in this list, obviously, because of secrets. They're things we keep in our mind, right? Where else are they kept? Our pockets? And past? Time is just a concept that we made up in our own minds to explain why things change in front of our faces. So, there you go. That's my reasoning. Legend of Zelda: Secrets of the Past, which looks like a ROM hack of Link to the Past, one of my favorite Zelda games. I play a ton of Link to the Past Randomizer, off stream, on stream. Let's go, I'm down. Alright, we are listening to music right now from a Super Scope minigame from Super Scope 6 called Blastress, which is literally a Super Scope game where there's floating Tetris platforms, or like floating Tetris blocks that you have to shoot. We've got a playlist going of different puzzle game music, all streamed, because this even though we haven't run into a puzzle game yet, this playlist is actually jam-packed, or not playlist, you could say playlist. This wheel is jam-packed with a ton of puzzle games. Alright, I've never played this before. I played a little bit of The Legend of Zelda Parallel Worlds, I think is what it's called, which is a really well-known hack. Just like there's a lot of, you know, Mario Adventure is a well-known Super Mario Bros. 3 hack, and Super Mario Bros. 3 Mix is another one as well. There's a few that are just well-known. And yeah, Parallel Worlds, pretty cool. It changes things up. I've played a few different hacks of Link to the Past in general that change things up, just the graphics and that sort of thing. Well, my favorite thing to do is use the randomizer, which lets you do things like shuffle around all the enemies on the overworld, shuffle around the amount of health and damage that they deal to you, and also shuffle around like all the chests. And there's different game modes that people have come up with just over the years of playing the randomizer that way, and it's a lot of fun. So this is going to be cool to just kind of see what a fan's interpretation of the Zelda story is going to be like, or their own Zelda story. Similar to this, I've played a bunch of fan-made through Zelda Classic, a bunch of fan-made campaigns. And Zelda Classic, if you're into Zelda, 2D Zelda specifically, it's basically a fan-made engine that combines a lot of elements and features from Zelda 1, Link to the Past, and Super Nintendo. So it kind of looks like the BS Super Nintendo look. That bullshit Super Nintendo look. The old I don't know, something about the old school style dungeons that I just really love. That's why I love Binding of Isaac. That's why I think I lean more towards 2D Zelda than 3D Zelda, just personally. But Zelda Classic, there's a huge community of people who have made like full campaigns and also like second quests that you can do, full awesome really, really hyper detailed, like overworlds and stuff with tons of secrets to explore. If you're into that kind of thing, highly recommend checking it out. We've done a bunch of streams early on when I first started the channel that were using something similar which was a fan-made Mario engine called Super Mario Bros. X. There's a bunch of fan-made campaigns there as well with like full overworlds and stuff like that. Pretty neat. I'm going to start in just a second here. I'm going to just keep the music going. And also, welcome in if you're just joining. Welcome in, Gabriel Paradis. Nice to see you again. It's been a while since you talked to me. Earthworm Jim, yep, I think that was the first stream that you introduced yourself to the channel. When you first discovered the channel, I was playing Earthworm Jim 2, I think. Pretty sure. It was a boss fight. I still haven't to this day. I've actually run into that game 2 times recently. One time off stream, I was just trying it to see if I could beat that boss, and another time, I had it show up in a retro roulette. So it's kind of funny. It's been one of those like hurdles. It's just the trash can boss. It's not even anything crazy. It's like I feel like I've seen so many people get past it so quickly, but no, it's still a hurdle for me that I have to get through. Okay, here's going to be some music in the background, and then I'll be right back, and we will dive into Legend of Zelda: Secrets of the Past. I've also been doing well, Gabriel Paradis, thank you for asking, and I hope you've been doing well as well. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Ooh, I really like this music that's playing right now. Let's check the playlist. This is from, I guess, a puzzle slash 3D platformer game, an indie game called Super Lucky's Tale. I think originally just called Lucky's Tale, or starring a fox. Yeah, this is the slide puzzle music. That's pretty cool. You got a whole bunch of different puzzle themes and puzzle music in general. Oh, neat. Okay, we're gonna dive in now. You know, we definitely have to use that third save slot, as we do. It's tradition on the channel at this point. Oh, when you first started following was from... Yeah, it was from when I first started streaming. I think it was 2021, like just at the beginning of 2021. In January is when we first started streaming. We did a couple of anniversary streams recently. I recently did a birthday stream where I played 3 different retro sequels. Or threequels. Where I played Mario 3 on the Game Boy Advance, Sonic 3, and Donkey Kong Country 3. And I actually went for the 103% challenge with Donkey Kong Country 3. Pretty wild. Time flies. Alright, so far, it's pretty samey to the original. Nothing wrong with that. This is probably my favorite of all of the Zelda games, and everything's changed. Look at that. That's a different setup. Okay, it's gonna right away give us 2 walls that we can't get past unless we got the hammer. Which I guess is good, because it's leading us to where it wants us to go for actual progression. I'm just so used to playing randomizers. What the? You must go alone from here. Remember your training. I'm sorry about your father. He was my brother, and he betrayed us, all of us. There's a secret cult. You must free Consuela, the prisoner. She's one of them. She will take you to their base. All of that is very confusing, and then you said trust them, after you just implied that we shouldn't be trusting them. I'm confused. Oh, hi there. Is there a space game for the NES? Skyface? Skyphase? I don't know. I'm trying to think. I saw that you mentioned that earlier. So many sci-fi games on the NES. In fact, when we do the retro roulette and we're doing sci-fi or space themed games, I think it's one of our biggest lists of games. Just because, you know, I guess maybe because in the 80s, sci-fi was pretty big. It's just all about the trends. Oh my. No. No. Eh. You get out of here. This is pretty good so far. Nothing wrong with it. You love NES games? Me too. Easily, if I had to pick my favorite system, it's the NES. Maybe just out of nostalgia, blind nostalgia. I'm super biased. It's the first controller I ever played with was an NES controller. And when I was a kid, I got gifted an NES collection from my uncle, basically when the N64 came out. And when that came out, you know, a lot of my friends had way, like, newer looking games. But I was really lucky that my uncle had already collected and started collecting games, because I don't think I'd have the channel if I didn't solidify my interest in video games, retro games. I mean, now I work for a game dev company. I also went to school for sound design, and I feel like that's also something I wouldn't have done otherwise. Oh, what do you want me to do here? Oh, I see. Ow. Well, that's pretty normal. I probably wasn't supposed to throw that one away. Whoa. I'll take it. Oh, when I first got the NES, my uncle had 40 games, roughly 40 games. So things like Super Mario Bros. 3, the Super Mario Bros. 1 and Duck Hunt cart, like the combo cart. He had the Zapper, the Game Genie, and the original Game Genie booklet, which was a really cool cartridge that you could plug it into the NES, and then plug a cartridge into it, kind of like Sonic 2 and or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, that whole thing. And it was essentially like a cheating device. You could put codes in and give yourself like an extra moon jump. You could skip ahead in levels. You could start with infinite lives, or like, sorry, 99 lives, and start as Fire Mario or something like that. Like, you can do things like that in Mario 3. Really cool thing. He also had the NES Advantage controller, which was cool, and 2 controllers. But there was games I had, like Double Dare, which is an MTV game show game. I had 2 Jeopardy games. I had Wheel of Fortune, Pictionary, which has an excellent soundtrack. And I think Pictionary is actually made by Rare. I could be wrong though. I had Castlevania 3, Castlevania 1, RoboCop 2, RoboCop 1. Those were not good games, but I had them. Adventure Island 2 and 3. Adventures of Lolo 2 and 3. Zelda 2. So a really fortunate start in terms of really quality games to check out. Donkey Kong Classics. Double Dragon 2 was one of them. That was actually my first gateway into beat-em-ups. What are you doing up this late, kid? There's always a guard with a shield. Always someone blocking our way with a shield in the beginning of a Zelda game. You can stay up when you're grown up. Now go home. I see you brought a map so you don't get lost. Oh, yeah. The Power Grove. I wish it was the Power Grove. I didn't have the Power Glove, unfortunately. And actually, recently, Itarama, one of our mods, was informing us that we have apparently a lot more SNES and NES peripherals out there than you'd think. There's a Super Nintendo exercise bike peripheral controller, if you could believe that. Plugs into the Super Nintendo. I forget what it was called. It was like the Exertainment Cycle or something like that, but pretty funny. So imagine you had 2 Power Gloves, you had 2 holsters with 2 zappers, and then a holster on your back for a Super Scope. And then you were playing a game using the Power Pad, or you had a shirt made out of the Power Pad, which was the dance pad accessory. And then you were riding the Super Nintendo exercise bike. Now that's an outfit. Exactly, the Super Scope. So I had the orange zapper, and I guess so I watched a video actually about the history of the zapper and on YouTube, and apparently the gray one came out first, but they had to make it look more like a toy, and that's why they opted to go all purple. A lot of other game companies had like realistic looking revolvers and different types of like light guns and light gun accessories that had looked quite realistic. They're like based off the real guns, so the only way to like differentiate them as toys, there was like a law that had passed recently. They put like little orange caps on the end of the toy guns, which you might recognize from when you were a kid. But the NES opted to make the whole zapper orange. But imagine if there was like an orange NES, like a zapper version of the console or a zapper version of the other peripherals, like orange power gloves. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yep, there's the whole mouse pad, the Super Nintendo mouse pad as well. Now there's a bunch of other games aside from Mario Paint that you can use the mouse for. I just can't remember. I was reading an article about it a while back because I was trying to look into how to get that working through a PC mouse. It's definitely not just for Mario Paint. Is it gonna let me now? You look strong for a kid. How much can you lift? Press the A button while touching a thing to lift it. Can I lift you? Get out of here. I'll bet you can't wait until you're old enough to use the sword. Press the B button to use your sword when you get it. The mark on your map must be your destination. You can often find valuables in chests. Press the A button in front of a chest to open it. That's one way to do a tutorial, I guess. Us soldiers have been around, kid. You can learn a lot from us, but you already know that. Nope. Okay, we can't do anything. I expected him to walk away. Now you want a Zapper Orange NES? Wouldn't that be so cool? Like, I guess you could make a custom one. I feel like I don't understand how I'm missing this here. Oh. We didn't go this way. Oh, we did. I also used to have, is it called Hogan's Alley? I think that's what it was called, something like that. It's another shooter game for the Zapper. But I got that one later, that wasn't in my original collection. Oh wow, get out of here. No, I just keep going to the same spot. That's not good. I feel like this game at least went through the effort to make this completely unique. Like, this does feel like a totally different game, where I've played some other hacks of Link to the Past that have really just kind of like moved a few things on the overworld, right? But there's like a full overworld change here. Got that beep of shame. It's not a Zelda game until you got that beep of shame. you imagine actually shooting a rat with an arrow accurately? Like, jeez. That would not be easy. There must be something else we're missing here. Oh. I think what I might do is actually call it, because I'm realizing we're approaching the almost 3.5 hour mark, and I didn't plan on going for that long today. Saturday is a work day for me, so it's actually my Monday. But I'm going to hang out in the Discord for a little bit, so feel free to hang out there. We'll do some classic cartoons, maybe, perhaps, who knows, like we did yesterday. If you are new to the channel, feel free to follow, and if you're watching on Twitch, thank you so much for hanging out. If you're watching on YouTube after the fact, also thank you for hanging out. This was part 16 of our dreams and mind and perception themed retro roulette, and if you want to check out the previous episodes, there's a full playlist. You can also go just search through my channel, and there's different themes that we do with the retro roulette. We try out different ROM hacks like this. We try out games from Atari 2600 all the way to N64 and PS1, so feel free to check them out. I want to say thanks to everyone that's been popping in on the regular as usual, and thank you to Blade Quarter 35 for the raid yesterday. I appreciate it. We're gonna raid someone ourselves. Hey. Proto Shield is playing some Super Ghouls and Ghosts. That's always a classic, so let's go over there, and I will see you in the next part. I will see you tomorrow around 5 p.m. Pacific for another stream right here. Probably it'll be a continuation of our Snorlax only run of Pokemon Leaf Green, and that's our first community-based challenge, or community influence challenge. So it'll be a fun continuation. I actually haven't randomized too much of the game, and we're not doing a Nuzlocke. It's actually really hard for me to wrap my head around. We're just kind of doing a different challenge. It's okay for our Pokemon to faint. I just do so many Nuzlocke challenges on the channel that it's like easy to forget that. Let's hang out over at Proto Shield's channel, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.